Of all places, we got to go to Florida Taco Bell, where it looks like an employee ended up shooting at 3 customers because they ended up putting soda in the water cup.
Turns violent. Police swarmed West Palm Beach Taco Bell around noon today after they say a person pulled a gun and started firing inside the restaurant. Caleb Califano is live at the Taco Bell right off 45th Street in Military. And Caleb, you were able to talk to a witness who saw it all happen.
That is correct, Aaron. And as I step out of the way here at this Taco Bell, as we zoom in, you can actually see a bullet hole that's still there right over the front door of this Taco Bell. Now, we did speak to a witness who filmed the entire fight right up to when the shots were fired here. This is video of what led up to right before the shots were fired inside this Taco Bell off of 45th Street and Military Trail in West Palm Beach at noon today. We paused the video right before the first shot was fired.
I didn't anticipate or believe it would ever be a gunshot, but when I saw the gunpowder and then heard it the second time, it registered.
I spoke to Robert Steiner, who took that video. He tells me he immediately ran out of the Taco Bell as soon as he heard the gunshots, and that it all started, according to him, over a fountain drink.
Oh, I think the guy broke some rule, took something he wasn't supposed to. I don't know what it was, but that's when the employee confronted him and they started arguing.
Now, according to police, we know that one person was grazed by a bullet and was sent to the hospital with minor injuries. They do have one person in custody for questioning. They tell us the investigation is ongoing.
Anything could have happened, you know. I could have been killed. I could have been witness to a murder. I don't know. It's crazy.
The world's ultimate crash outs strike again. Let's get over into this next video and see what else we can find out.
I'm Jim Grimes. Our top story tonight, new video showing the moment a West Palm Beach Taco Bell employee fired a gun at customers.
2 people were hurt, one grazed by a bullet and the other injured in the scuffle. We asked CBS 12 News reporter Katie Benty to find out more about the motive. She joins us live tonight. Katie?
Liz and Jim, standing outside the Taco Bell here, you can actually still see the damage just over my shoulder. There's a window boarded up after police say an employee started shooting at customers. And can you believe this is all over an argument about a water cup? Inside this West Palm Beach Taco Bell Monday, an argument, then chaos. A customer hits record as an employee appears to come from behind the counter with a gun. Investigators say that employee is 20-year-old Damari Patterson, racking the gun, then swinging it, striking a woman before a shot fires. Detectives say Patterson then followed the group outside, firing again as they tried to escape. And the newly released police report has details about how this started. The customers were asking for water cups, then filling them with soda. Police say 2 people sustained minor injuries, drove themselves to the hospital. We know one, a woman, was very close to being shot.
Is it that deep? Let's be honest now. Is your job that deep? Now, yes, you're doing your job, telling them no, they can't do it. But are you? Does your job expect you to fight them for it? Tell them to leave? What? Call the police? I know your job doesn't tell you to shoot at them. I'm assuming they said something that disrespected him or got in his face, pushed him, something. But is it that deep? Let's keep going into this.
One individual was grazed during that altercation.
24 hours later, the suspect in front of a judge, charged with 3 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And records show this isn't the first time a heated argument turned violent. In 2024, deputies say Patterson pulled a knife during a dispute at home. Okay. Meanwhile, back at Taco Bell, the doors are open, people are coming in for food. I spoke with some customers who aren't bothered by the violence. They say they know it can happen anywhere, including fast food restaurants.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me that it would happen. The world we live in today, it makes sense.
It's not a problem. I know things happen.
Now, this issue with customers taking free water cups and filling them up over at the soda fountain is actually a real problem for so many restaurants. In fact, some companies say that it's added to their overall operating costs to the point where they've now had to increase prices. Now, as far as Taco Bell goes, there's no sort of company-wide policy on how they handle free water cups, but it's up to each individual location to decide how to.
So I wonder what that man's supervisor told him to do. As there's no way, but I'm assuming that's how it started. We know that's of course how it started. But I don't think it was truly because of the water cups. It's mostly just because they most likely got into an argument, started pushing whoever got in his face. And then, of course, the ultimate crash out comes out, and wow. And then even chases him outside and still starts shooting. Absolutely crazy, y'all. Let's go over into the AI breakdown just to find out a little bit more information about this whole case. So as we know, in the most recent April 27th, a shooting occurred at a Taco Bell in West Palm Beach, Florida. A 20-year-old employee was arrested after opening fire on 3 female customers following an argument over filling up a water cup with soda. It happened on Monday, April 27th, around 12 o'clock. Taco Bell at the intersection of Military Trail and 45th Street in West Palm Beach, Florida. 3 women asked for a water cup, but allegedly used it to get soda from the fountain. A verbal altercation escalated. Witnesses' video captured the sound of a gun being racketed, followed by shots inside the dining area. As the women fled, the employee followed them outside, fired a second shot, which shattered the restaurant's window. 2 women suffered minor injuries, including one who was hit or grazed by the bullet. A 3rd woman was uninjured. All were treated at the JFK North Medical Center. He faces 3 charges of aggravated assault with a firearm. His bond was set at $75,000. While he's claiming self-defense, police stated surveillance and witness videos do not support his claims. Come on, bro. I don't know what they had, but no one shot back at you or anything like this, and you got a history of pulling a knife during altercations. You're going down. It's as simple as that. You're going down. But this is a crazy instance. But question, like I said, is it that deep? Yes, I know the company is losing money. So yes, the employees have to say something because most likely their managers will tell them to say something. But this all happened starting because they ended up putting soda in a water cup. And I'm not going to say I haven't done that before. I'm definitely not going to say I haven't done that before. But if the employee would have told me, nah, you can't do that, I would have, you caught me, pour it out, put the water in there. I'm just going about my day. But it seems like the girls got in his face, argued with him. And I guess he couldn't let that stand, so he ended up shooting at him. But I do wonder why they charged him with 3 counts of attempted, no, not attempted, but they charged him with 3 counts of aggravated assault with a firearm. At that point, if someone fires a gun at you, why doesn't it get attempted murder? That's a good question. So in this case, the decision to charge him with aggravated assault with a firearm rather than attempted murder typically comes down to the legal requirement for proving specific intent to kill. Under Florida law, the distinction between these two rests on several factors. So attempted murder requires the prosecution to prove that the defendant had a fully formed or consistent goal of ending the victim's life. Aggravated assault focuses on the intentional threat of violence using a deadly weapon that creates a well-founded fear in the victim, regardless of whether there was an intent to kill. Okay, I'm understanding. So basically, they can't prove whether he truly had the goal of taking her life. But I guess I'm simple-minded, and if somebody pulls out a gun and starts shooting, my first thought is that they're trying to end your life. But let me know your thoughts on that situation, y'all. Let me know if you disagree with anything I said. It's a crazy situation, y'all. Absolute crazy. But this is why we got to review this stuff.